Welcome back, everyone. My name is aJaco, and this is episode 2 of my Sky Factory series. As you can see, I've clearly been busy, so here, let's start off. Before we get started, I just wanted to say a couple people were wondering how to make the barrel and sieve that I made, so I'm not sure if I pointed it out, but these white leaves are the infested ones used by putting silkworms in a tree, which allowed me to get string. And using the string and the wood I got from cutting down trees, I was able to make a barrel, which I made like, no, that's the wrong button. I made like this, so it's 1 oak wood slab and 6 oak wood planks, or you can use any other wood, but I happen to have oak wood. And then I also made a sieve. And the sieve was made like this, with the 2 sticks, and then 4 pieces of wood planks, and then 2 silk mesh, and each silk mesh is 9 pieces of string. So I've really been sieving and sieving and sieving lots and lots of dirt. I've been working at it. Oh, I got a sapling out of nowhere. That's good. And I've been working at it, and so I managed to get myself enough of the stones to make myself something called a slab furnace. Now, the difference between a slab furnace and a regular furnace isn't much, but if we look up slab furnace, the main difference is that it is made out of cobblestone slabs instead of cobblestone. So instead of since each recipe of slabs makes 6 slabs, 3 cobblestone would have made all of these 6, so 6 and 6, and I only need another 3 cobblestone to make this, and then I get 2 back. So I end up with a total of 4 pieces of cobblestone used to get this slab furnace. After that, I did a couple other things. I namely worked on getting clay, which you do get by putting a piece of dust into a barrel with water. And the way I got dust was from hammering. Here, if I look at it here, cobblestone. If you hit cobblestone with, if I can find it, hold on a second. If you hit cobblestone with an X-Nilo hammer, you'll get gravel. If you hit gravel with the X-Nilo hammer, oh, there it is, you get sand. And if you hit sand with the X-Nilo hammer, you get dust. And the dust you can put into a barrel with water in it, like I have here. And you can either get water into it by putting water in with a bucket, or if it rains and there's nothing covering it like these two, it'll fill up automatically. And if you put the dust into there, it'll instantly turn it into clay, and then you can take it out. And it'll turn into a clay block, so it's a little bit faster. And another thing I got from sieving dirt was a piece of wheat seeds. And so I have a little bit of a farm going here. I'm going to expand it as I get more dirt. And then I decided it might also be good for me to make an infinite water pool. So I can grab any of these blocks, and it would give me a bucket of water and then fully regenerate. Now this thing over here was supposed to be a sort of mob spawner, where I could leave it and it would be dark enough for mobs to spawn. Although it is not working, so I have to figure out why that is. I'm not on peaceful, am I? No, I'm not on peaceful. I don't know. That's weird. Wait, hold on. Why is it saying... Okay, I don't know what that was, but it's not working, so I'll have to figure that out later. But so, for now, until then, we can't get a crucible, which is how we're going to make lava. So until I can figure that out, we're going to have to wait a little bit and progress in different directions. But this pack does come with its own achievements, and it has an achievements books. So if I were to read it, it says, "You can't ever beat the pack, but I've provided a list of challenges designed to help you progress and give you direction to your play. Don't worry if you don't know how to do some of them. Have fun with the process of searching for answers. You'll learn a lot and have some fun too. They're divided into ages that roughly match up with game progression, but you do not have to do them in order." So, wood age. A new age dawns before you. You don't have anything to work with but a tree, so let's make the most of it. Use a crook on leaves to get saplings and a silkworm. Well, obviously we got saplings, because how else would we be growing more trees? And the silkworm is what we use to get the string leaves. Make dirt from composting saplings in an oak barrel. We did. Infest leaves with a silkworm is what we have going on right here. Use a crook on infested leaves to get string. Well, how else will we have the sieve? Craft a sieve. As I just mentioned, we have a sieve. Collect rainwater in an oak barrel. That's how I got my clay. Craft cobblestone from the small stones that drop from sifting dirt. That is how we got the dust to make the clay. Use a hammer to turn cobble into gravel, gravel into sand, and sand into dust. Sift gravel, sand, and dust in a sieve. We have not done yet. Make clay by claying. That we have done. Craft and cook a crucible. I would like to do, but we need bone meal to do. Heat a crucible with a torch and insert stones or cobble to make lava. We have not yet done. Build a cobblestone generator. We have not yet done. Craft and cook a crucible. We have not yet done. And then after that, we get into the Stone Age. We've got a little bit more to do. We've got to sift gravel, sand, and dust. We've got to make Tinker's Construct tools from bone or flint. And we have to craft and cook a crucible. Oh, and then make lava and a cobble gen. So we've got a little bit of a ways to go. A lot of it rides on us getting mobs to spawn. So I have to figure out how to do that. Is this done yet? Yeah, I kind of accidentally spawned a massive tree when doing this. So I may want to take care of that. I also upgraded my chest to a double chest, but that's not that big a deal. Let's see, how many things do I want? Let's get 3. Actually, I'm going to need a little bit more wood first, so hold on just a second. Let's get... 8 is a little bit ridiculous. Let's get 4. And cookie look. Now let's get working on these infested leaves. And this is going to take a while. Dang. Okay. Oh, no, it's not fully done yet. We're going to leave it a little bit longer. Okay. Well, I'm going to get to work on all this, and I'll be back in a second. And we're back. And oh my god, what did that tree do? So after I finished that tree, I continued playing for a little while. And then I played for a little while longer. And I've gotten quite a bit done. Firstly, let's come over here with my new sword. And you'll notice that I kind of removed the old thing because it wasn't working. But now, if you'll see, there's a skeleton in there. So it is working now, and that's how I managed to get the crucible, which you may have saw, because you need bone meal. You mix bone meal with clay, you get something called porcelain clay, and then you craft that with 7 pieces of that into a unfired crucible, and you put that in a furnace, and then you'll get the crucible. And so that's how I got crucible. And so I currently have 3/4 of a bucket of lava, 1 more piece of cobblestone, and I'll have a full bucket. But I was gonna wait off on that because I don't particularly need lava right now. So that was all that was in there. Yep. So this is a very simple, very, very simple mob farm. I leave it alone for a little while. It'll just spawn a couple mobs in there, and it's dark enough when I have the wood in place that can grow. And I think the main reason mobs weren't spawning before was because the platform was too close to my bed, or it was too close to my spawn platform. So I have spawn chunks protection, so that's why I wasn't growing. I expanded my farm a little bit, so I have pumpkins now, as addition to my melon, which both are now fully grown, so now they can actually grow pumpkins. I have more pieces of wheat. I have carrots. I have a watering can, which is definitely a piece of hype bacon. I have sugarcane, didn't really change, I don't think. I think that was there before. And I have these 2 weird looking dudes, and these things, when they're fully grown, I'll just wait here. This one's fully grown now. This is Minicio crop. It's from a mod called Magical Crops, where you can basically grow almost anything. Here, we can look through it. At Magical... Oh, that's 2, not at. God damn it, I was pressing function, not shift. At Magical Crops. And you can see here, they have coal seeds, dye seeds, earth seeds, fire seeds, Minicio seeds, nature seeds, water seeds, gold seeds, iron seeds, nether seeds, obsidian seeds, glowstone seeds, redstone seeds, lapis lazuli seeds, experience seeds, quartz seeds, diamond seeds, emerald seeds, blaze seeds, spider seeds, slime seeds, etc., etc. And basically what you do is you grow these crops, and these crops only actually grow, just they break into more seeds. But let's say I take the skeleton seeds are a good example. I take, what can the skeleton seeds do? Well, they're made using 4 bones, 4 Imperio essence, which I'll explain in a second, and Minicio seeds. They're the basis for everything, the Minicio seeds. You need a lot of Minicio in this mod, that's the one thing. But once you have these skeleton seeds, breaking them will just cause more skeleton seeds to grow. But if you do, you can get wither skeleton seeds using them plus Zavicio and wither skeleton skulls. But you can also get skeleton essence using them, and then you can use the skeleton essence to make a skeleton skull, to make bones, to make music discs when combined with dyes and creeper essence, and to make projectile protection enchantments. And that's it. Oh, I thought you could make arrows from it. I guess not. But they have all sorts of different things, and then they have some that are less traditional. So you have the fire seeds that can be used to make fire essence, that can be used to make lava, or it can be used with earth essence to make cobblestone, or sand, or gravel. And then we have the water seeds, which can be used to make water essence, and the water essence can make a bucket of water. It can make, I'm not sure what that wood is, aqua affinity, oak wood. It can make, and then that's the other thing, is they have these infusion seeds, because you saw they had higher tiers of essence. If I can come find them, hello, higher tiers of essence. Where are you? Okay, I don't know what those are, but I'll look into it later. Hello, essence. Where are you? Oh, there you are. So the Minicio essence you just get from breaking the Minicio crop. But to get the Accio essence, Imperio essence, and Zavicio essence, which you need to get the more advanced items, such as dye seeds, water seeds, coal seeds, fire seeds, earth seeds. To get all these seeds which you need the higher tier essences for, and eventually the Zavicio essence, you need to use these, you need to transform them, right? But they don't have crops for the Zavicio. So what you do is, if I can find it, oh, there it is. You take these and you make a weakened fusion stone, and you can use that to turn 4 Minicio into an Accio. You can use this to turn 4 Accio into a Crucio. You can use this to turn 4 Crucio into an Imperio. And finally, you can use this one to turn 4 Imperio into a Zavicio. Now, this one is the only one that can do all of them. So while you may think, oh, I can use the extreme, so I can use it to turn Imperio into Zavicio, or I can use it like the weak one to turn Minicio into Accio, it actually won't work. You need the Master Infusion Stone if you want it to be able to do all of them. And I'm almost 100% certain that it does not use up the stone in the crafting recipe, that you don't need a new stone every time. But so that's magical crops. So I've just got the little basis of it here with my Minicio crops. So I'm just going to plant the thing. The thing is these Minicio crops, specifically, they don't grow new seeds once you break them. The Minicio seeds are made by putting 8 Minicio around a seed. Now, if you're wondering, well, if you can't get seeds otherwise, how are you getting the seeds in the first place? Well, there's another way to get Minicio. Sometimes it's a drop from mobs. So that's how I got it originally. Also, why is my bed bacon? That's a good question. I'm sure many of you were wondering why the trees are bacon, why the bed is bacon, why the watering can is bacon, why my crooks, these are crooks by the way, why they look like claws, why, I don't know, does anything else change? I don't think so. Oh, and then I'll have to get to what these are. Oh, by the way, before I get to that, I just moved my storage area, so this is mob-related things, metal-related things, these are just miscellaneous, and this is wood and tree-related things. There, and then I have my furnace and crafting station. That's it. Okay, continuing. Well, this mod pack is actually made by someone named Bacon Donut, and, oh, this is the crucible. And Bacon Donut, if you couldn't tell, is very fond of bacon. And so, he has a texture pack for his mod, or a resource pack, and so it was just lying here when you download the mod pack, and I only thought of it later because I knew there was a texture pack available, but I didn't realize it already came with the mod, so I just turned it on. So now it looks like this. I'm not going to change it because I like the texture pack. But so that's why some things may look a little bit different, but they're all the same. The crooks from last episode and from earlier do look like that. So yeah. Oh, and one last thing. I did change up the tree growing setup. So these were now where the crops were, the silk trees were going. I may put like one over here, but I don't need as much string now. And these are something called drying racks. So I don't think I have anything to dry on me, no. Oh, tofu bacon is basically here. If I look up rotten flesh, I'm not going to find anything. That's because in this resource pack, it's called tofu bacon. And this drops from, oddly enough, creepers and zombies, because creepers in this texture pack are something called crispers. They look a little bit like this. So they also drop zombie flesh in this pack. But you can use that or any other raw meat. So I also used raw fish, and I used raw chicken, and you can put it on those drying racks. Actually, I can show you, because if I look up the use for this, drying rack recipes. So I can make beef jerky, I can make chicken jerky, I can make bacon jerky, fish jerky, tofu bacon jerky, and then if I get blue slime, I can make it into a food, and if I get blood drop, I can make it into food. Those are a little bit weirder, but they're there if you want them. But so basically, instead of calling it monster jerky, it just calls it tofu jerky. But it's essentially monster jerky, and that's all I got this fish. You basically click on the rack, and it's like this was fish, and now it's turning it into fish. It turns it into fish jerky slowly. So you can just go fishing for a little bit, which is why I have this. You can just go fishing, and then, oh look, I caught a fish, and then you can go hang it up on the drying rack. Also, this mod also has something called iguana tweaks. So as I've been using my Madoc, which I've been using a lot, it kind of levels up, if you can imagine. So I believe it's level 2, right? I think so. Custom. Yeah, I think that's level 2. But so it got 2 upgrades. It got a couple extra modifiers, but it also got a level of haste and a level of durability. So to get those normally in Tinker's Construct, you would have to add redstone and a diamond. And I'm pretty sure just by colors you can guess which is which. But because I don't really have access to either of those, I was just going to leave it as a piece of flint. Also, I don't think I had this before. The Madoc is basically here, if any of you know how Tinker's Construct works, you need, I don't know where, it's still there, right? Yeah. You need these different stations, right? And you can use them to build tools. Well, how do you get, let's say I want to build the bow. Oh, well, how do I get all these parts? Or the shovel is an easier one. How do I get, well, this one just looks like a stick. Well, it isn't. You can use these parts, or you can use something called a smeltery, which is a little bit later on in the game for me right now. And you can use it to get different materials to get these parts, and this is how you get the stencils from the next table. And then you can use them here. So the Madoc, this is the shovel, which uses a shovel head and a tool rod. This is the axe one, which uses a shovel head and an axe head and a tool rod. So this is the Madoc, and it's kind of a mix between them. It can be used as an axe, it can be used as a shovel, and it can be used as a stick, but it also has a special ability, so it could also be used as a hoe. So that's basically what the Madoc is and why I have one, because they're very, very useful. I also have 8 pieces of dirt, so I'm just going to sift these up. Just don't mind me. I'll be done in a second. Maybe I'll repair my sword. I kind of need to do that quite a little bit. But yeah, I've just been sifting about here. Been getting a little bit of metal. I have an iron ingot. Why do I always get grass seeds? Like every time. Just grass seeds, grass seeds, grass seeds. Yet I've never gotten a potato seed. I mean, that's potatoism. I don't know what that is, but it's probably potatoism. So yeah, I'm gonna just continue doing stuff, and I'll see you later. And I'll try not to beat the entire game this time.